Adam was showing us this little opening. It looks like an attic entrance in his duplex, but the attic or whatever entry thing is right over the stairwell where you cannot reach it. It's in the strangest spot. The only way to get in there is over the stairwell, which is like, what, 15 feet? So Adam says, I was ready to explain this away for a few reasons. One, it might just be some sort of insulated space that all residential buildings have. I'm not an architect, so what do I know? It didn't seem relevant enough at the time, so I decided I wasn't going to mention it here. But over the past week and a half, I've been hearing more things above me. A few days after the first sound, I heard a similar thump while I was in the kitchen. Then last night, I heard something small clink to the floor and roll about 6 feet before stopping. Something is going on up there. Maybe it's a raccoon, but maybe it's not. I also can't get over the fact that the hatch is in such a weird, inaccessible place over the stairs. I need to investigate. I'm just not sure right now. That does not make any sense. I'd barely fallen asleep when I woke up to an incredibly loud crash above me. It sounded like someone had dropped a bowling ball. I bolted upright in my bed, immediately felt strange. There was a weird energy all around me I can't explain. The crash happened again, probably 15 times in a row. Then I heard a smaller, creaky sound from the hallway. And in my mind, I registered it as footsteps, but it really could have been anything. I stayed still, but there were no more sounds after that. I lay back down, still tense and nervous, but I must have fallen asleep at some point because I woke up the next morning and everything seemed normal again. I got dressed and I left to go get a bagel, same as every Saturday. As I made my way downstairs, something crunched under my feet. I looked down and noticed a pile of debris on the stairs directly under the hatch. What? At that point, bagels were the last thing on my mind, and I went back upstairs, grabbed the pole, I set my camera on the coat wardrobe at the top of the stairs, and I hit record just to make sure it would be caught on video if a demon burst out the hatch. I picked it up and realized what it was. It was a small leather shoe. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna cry, freak out, like, oh, you can't, oh my gosh, you can't make this up. How? Next night, the same thing happened, and I woke up suddenly feeling like I had missed seeing something, like a candle that had just gone out and you could still smell it. I thought about using the pet cam from the living room to monitor my bedroom while I slept, but the cord was too short to get the camera high enough to see the entire room, so I improvised. I downloaded an app that takes a photo every 60 seconds. And I set my phone at the top of the bookcase. This is almost 7 feet tall, so it had a pretty good view of my bed and the surrounding room. Then I went to sleep. Just like before, I jolted awake hours later, feeling the same unease. I turned on the light and hurried out of bed to get my phone from the bookcase. There were probably 350 photos to scroll through. Then suddenly, he was there, standing on the chair at the foot of the bed, staring at me. The next one was worse. In the next photo, he was staring right at the camera. Oh my gosh. Ooh! After that, there's seemingly nothing. He disappears again, and the rest of the scroll is just me alone in the room. That is until the last photo. Here's the final photo on the scroll. I'm at a loss for words. That malformed ear, that stringy hair, I didn't even know what to think. I looked all over my room, but I couldn't find anything. And honestly, I've been so exhausted, I didn't know how to process it. Even now, all I want to do is just go to sleep. In the morning, as I was getting out of the shower, I glanced out the window and I noticed tracks behind the garage. I couldn't tell what they were from the bathroom, so I got dressed, put on my coat, and went outside. When I got up close, my heart practically stopped. They weren't tracks, they were footprints. Really small footprints. I followed them across the backyard, but they disappeared into the ditch out back. I stood there in the snow, not knowing what to do. What could I do? Call the cops and tell them I found footprints in the snow? The last couple of nights, I was too scared to leave my room. If it had been David out there in the snow, it meant that he could follow me anywhere. No matter where I moved, he could find me. I felt helpless. I flew back to New York the day after Christmas, back in my apartment. It seemed like I was at square one yet again. I tried everything that I could think of. I've saged my apartment, I've hired a medium. Nothing has worked. And worse, I still feel him at night. I don't know how you sleeping, Adam. I can't, okay? I cannot. If the wind blows in a bat, I'm up. And you're in there trying to sleep, sir? Oh my gosh, you needed a friend. On February 3rd, Adam had another weird update. And in this update, he just said, everything is fine. Now, on February 14th, which was Valentine's Day, another strange or bizarre tweet came from Adam. And it said, please don't worry about me. I'm okay, and everything will be as it was before, with a smiley face. That is just creepy. Please don't worry about me. I'm okay. Everything will be as it was before. What?